It is 8:30 in the morning on day 4. We got in at 4 after driving all the way across South Dakota. We are in Sioux Falls, and today we've got to drive all the way back to Columbus with all 3 cars. But I don't want to. So, final day of the Great American Road Trip. Starting a little behind schedule, but we got McDonald's. Starting a little late today. We had a long day, and we've still got to figure out our route back home. A couple of ways we can do this. A couple of them suck, but yeah, we'll figure that out. Let's see here. Truck reports. The Mercedes is getting really good fuel economy now. Volvo's trucking along doing what the Volvo does, and Miles, the GMC Denali, is doing really well. He's actually done quite a bit to help the fuel economy of the Mercedes. The 2,500 mile, $2,500 road trip continued.
About to depart here. Say hi, Tim. I mean, what do you think? We're towing at 300? I don't think so. I really don't. Even though the gauge says 300.
Turn it off, turn it back on.
Unplug it.
Does it even go off, down when you turn it off? GM gauges.
Why would you assume that gauge works when nothing else works? Although, this thing dies. Shit.
It dropped down to 250.
Not plausible.
I can't lose 50 degrees.
Listen. Joe.
Yeah. We're just gonna...
Listen to me. It cannot lose 50 degrees in a second. I just want you to be... You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want you to be okay with the fact that that gauge isn't right. Just like all the other gauges.
We've now learned.
Okay, so we're just gonna pretend like even though it says 0 oil pressure and 300 degree trans temperature and no fuel and no RPM, there's 0% chance that everything is good to go.
Yeah.
This is a good assumption.
And the check engine light's on, and
It's just letting you know that there's still an engine. Call it in. Check. Engine. Yes. Check.
it's there.
It's still there. Check. Trans is warm. Good.
Hey, it felt great behind. And I'm not smelling your cat or anything. What was it like when you were, like the trailer would bounce or hit a bump and the car would not? It's the how tight the wheelbase is there.
Did you see the guy on the Harley and his wife?
When the Harley, when he was about to go by, I did this and he almost lost it. He was like, oh.
He was still laughing when he came past.
This guy's on the car. Kids love people riding in convertibles on trailers.
Did you see the guy in the semi-truck?
Yeah.
He had a kid too.
Yeah, he had a kid with him. The kid was losing.
Kids love it.
Funny.
All right, we are blasting across western Minnesota. And as you can tell, I am not in the Volvo. We have done a little switcheroo, and Ethan and Tim are in Helga, the Techno wagon. And Joe and I are soldiering on in his mighty Denali. We have also got the Mercedes with us. And it's actually getting pretty good fuel economy now.
Yeah, the Mercedes is doing well now.
It's
like really good.
It's gonna be good. I mean, it's still using fuel because it's just pouring it on the ground as we drive. But
hopefully it'll just evacuate the whole fuel tank, so then by the time we have to fix it,
yeah,
no more fuel will come out.
Right. I mean, you would think between Minnesota and Ohio it could drop out 10 gallons if you want.
I mean, since about 5 of those gallons went into your hair and face already.
Yeah. Good times. I'm gonna need a manicure and some lotion. Anyways, yeah, Minnesota.
Doesn't look much different here.
It looks a lot like South Dakota and some of Wyoming.
No, Wyoming is way more beautiful.
But this is your breadbasket area, so again, we said this before, from all of us who like tortilla chips and potato chips and corn on the cob, we appreciate all you guys do for us. All of this stuff is tasty in my belly. So we'll update you guys as we keep going. We got a long drive left to do today. We gotta make it from Sioux Falls, South Dakota to Columbus, Ohio, while hauling a car. We'll see.
It's gonna be a long day.
It's gonna be a long day.
Boys, we have successfully broken 2,000 miles on our road trip. We are at 2,024.4 miles.
Very nice. And we're still in Minnesota.
And we're in Minnesota, which means we're really far away from Ohio still. We beat this long. I wonder what kind of gas mileage he's getting. I know.
8-speed.
I don't think it was booking. Must be LS swap. How much farther do we have until we start going south?
100 miles. How many miles do we have left in the drive?
How many miles do we have left in the drive?
820.
Nice. So it's gonna end up being a
Almost 3,000.
3,000 mile challenge. One critique we all have of all these Great Plains states is what's up with all the road construction?
And no construction happening.
Right, and who's actually doing the construction? As you'll see, this is an interstate that's cut down to 1 lane each way. No Jersey barrier. No protection in any way.
Look at the oncoming traffic.
There's oncoming traffic.
In our
On an
side
interstate.
Of the freeway.
On our side of the freeway. They've got their side of the freeway completely torn apart. And there's not one person or really even piece of equipment we've seen actually working out here. It's nothing. Just what? You're spending your money to be able to. Oh! Oh God! There's people working! Look!
There's work being done.
There's work being done!
That's the first I've seen this whole trip. There's like 4 people working.
There's at least 4 people. 1 guy, 2 guy,
that guy standing.
3 guy.
That guy's sitting in a truck.
There's literally 4 people working. There's literally 4 people working. Road crew, 4 people. What are you fixing? I-90. All of it. Unbelievable. That's all right. Only 30 miles of road construction for 4 guys. It should be done, I would think, pretty quick.
Yeah, by like 2040.
Just in time to tear it up again.
Well, then this side of the road will be worn out because of all the traffic that's been driving it in.
This is a good plan. I should have gotten into road construction up here.
Switching over to that side.
And it's not even just Minnesota.
You just keep going back and forth from that side.
South Dakota was the same way. There are 20 miles of this.
Yeah, Iowa was even worse.
Iowa was bad too. Plain states. What are you doing here? It's getting a little obnoxious. We got a long way to go, and when you cut it down to nothing for no reason, not cool.
And like the poop smell's getting old, so like I'd like to get through here pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's also true.
We gotta go slow, and poop smell isn't going anywhere, so.
The Ode de manure is getting a little tiring. Especially when it's rained on, because then it's fresh eau de manure. Anyway, in case you haven't seen southern Minnesota, looks a lot like that.
And it smells like poop.
And it smells like poop.
So, this truck says, do not follow into...
Do not follow in the work area. We're gonna hope that Tim doesn't get confused.
So when he makes a left up here, don't follow him. Oh my gosh.
This is a legit mega highway crew right here.
It specifically says on the back of my truck not to follow me.
There's workers, there's work being done. Holy crap, there's like 20 people.
And a flag.
They're doing stuff.
Scene is amazing.
Minnesota, we take it all back. You've made a white road.
They're making that's a concrete freeway they're making over there.
Look at that.
That's outstanding.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, greetings from Iowa. The road trip continues. If you're unfamiliar with Iowa,
There it is.
that's all of it. It's the same thing. It's like copy and paste. Windmills, corn. Did I miss anything?
I mean, unless you're near the river, yeah, that's pretty much all you're gonna see here.
Yeah, so windmills and corn. So a couple 100 miles of driving across Iowa. We are contemplating a stop in Cedar Falls, Iowa for some Applebee's. Because we could all go for some eating good in the neighborhood.
It'd make us feel more at home,
Yeah.
because there's an Applebee's like every 5 minutes in Columbus.
It's a good Midwestern American tradition, eating at Applebee's. So we're gonna probably stop up here. God, this is Taco John's. You know how bad I want one. Anyway, so nothing seriously to report. The Mercedes is still back there, just chilling. Joe is still over here in the captain's seat, doing what Joe does, which is keep driving, regardless of whether or not he should. And I'm enjoying a relaxing ride for 6 hours. We are unsure when our arrival time will be. It's starting to look less and less appealing. Tomorrow morning is going to suck for work. But sometimes that's the price you pay for an amazing American road trip. Well, you're about to do some eating good in the neighborhood. We have arrived. It is Applebee's time. However,
Applebee's!
we found an Applebee's that was closer than Cedar Falls.
It's more ghetto, but
It's in Waverly.
it's okay. It'll work.
So, sorry, Cedar Falls. Lunch break / dinner break, whatever it is, meal-wise we're doing nowadays at 5 o'clock.
I'm laying down. This is like
Tim's about ready to take a nap.
I'm not going to confirm or deny that, but there's a high likelihood that Austin's going to have to entertain himself for the next 2 to 3 hours.
Meditation. We call it meditation.
That's good.
We left Waverly, Iowa, I believe is where we just were. We did some eating good in the neighborhood. Took good care of us.
Applebee's was visited. I have not been to an Applebee's. I thought it had been a 5 to 6 year period. Ethan says I took some kids after soccer last year.
The quick stop across the street was awesome. I will tell you, Ohio, you need to up your game on the gas station thing. Quick stop, you guys are amazing. Everything's clean, everything's labeled, everything's organized. People are awesome. Way to do a gas station. Iowa still looks very similar to what it did before. Corn.
We got corn.
Corn.
We got oats.
Yeah. Some sort of other agricultural products. A couple of trees. There's not a lot to show you out here, so we're just going to haul through Iowa as fast as we can and get to another state that doesn't really have anything to show you, but we'll show you anyway. Continuing on. power! As was so eloquently pointed out moments ago, the last time we drove through this city was the beginning of the end for that poor Mercedes that's on the back of the car hauler. So we're going to watch for retreads and make sure we don't take out another bid. As is often the case here in the Plains States, huge rainstorms are a thing. Check this out. Yay, more rain.
Illinois.
One of the things that you'll often hear in Ohio is if you don't like the weather, wait 10 minutes, it'll change. We've been driving through terrible, rainy, crappy for forever, and now it's absolutely stunning out here.
You know, the funny thing though is in the last literally 2 minutes, it's gotten less stunning. And now it's stunning again. It's like insane.
It's stunning on your side. It's getting unstunning on my side. Over here, looking slightly less perfect and amazing. The things you notice when you're driving across never-ending farmland.
What happened?
Nothing. I can't see anything anymore. I was trying to get some followers on Instagram, you know, just pointing at the stickers, and my glasses flew out the window. I saw them get flattened by the trailer. The people in that car had to have been like, oh, that's funny. Dude.
Oh my god, I'm crying. Dude, it was like the second you stuck your face out the window.
Bro, literally I couldn't have even reacted fast enough to what was going to happen.
$2,500. We did it. We did it.
Woo! 2,500 miles! Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah! got the whole interstate shut down.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine if this had been eastbound?
Is that what I heard when we were sitting in there and we heard
Sirens?
Loud bang? No, loud bang.
No, that happened before we were in there. Unless there was something else that happened afterwards. Like right when we pulled in, there was a fire truck and an ambulance that went screaming up I-70 east.
I remember that.
And then there's another truck that went up there east. Dude.
Wow, it's all trucks too. And they're right by the rest of the truck stop.
Yep. Yeah, how terrible is that? Look at all those truckers.
Oh my god. We should start counting miles.
I don't even think I want to.
What's going on?
Oh, they're
up
gonna
here?
start diverting traffic over. Turning cars around. Just stay in this lane and keep going. They're gonna start trying to turn cars around on 70. Keep on rolling.
They could try to do the one lane thing
Yeah.
and move traffic over onto the other lane. Oh, what the F is this?
Is that another truck?
Yeah,
Another truck jackknifed?
that's what it looks like, yeah.
When your car's steering wheel doubles as a
No!
it's in these
They're not gonna stop us right here.
No, they won't.
JJK.
That is another truck I just wrecked. Oh my god.
Please let us crawl past.
I don't think they'll stop us. Oh my.
Well, they're gonna have to yank that truck out of there. When
Well,
they start
there's-
yanking.
There's no one behind us, so they'll let us. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Look at this.
Dude, what a fucking bullet we dodged.
Oh, he came from this side.
Yeah. Yeah, they're getting ready to yank him through here.
Whoa.
Oh, there's two of them. The guy right behind him, too. Oh!
What a mess, man. Oh, shit, there's more right there.
Oh, yeah, there are. Where they're smashing into each other. Couldn't stop fast enough. Oh, this is gonna be a disaster. Oh my god, that's gonna be a disaster.
I bet you we're probably the last car that made it through eastbound. They probably closed it down.
Well, as you can see, we've made it back to Columbus, Ohio. Our trip has been a great success. We've had an amazing time. Thank you to everybody who's been able to help us out on this trip. Thanks to everybody we interacted with. Wonderful people of South Dakota, Wyoming. We didn't really see a lot of people in Illinois or Indiana because we pretty much drove through you guys, but you've got beautiful farm states and we appreciate everything that you let us look at. All 3 cars did make it back to Columbus, Ohio. One of them did not necessarily make it back under its own power, but it is what it is. It would have made it back. I think it would have made it back without any problems if it weren't for hitting that retread tire and blowing itself up.
It's still dripping fuel.
It's still dripping fuel after several thousand miles of driving. So we're gonna need to get that fixed. It's gonna go back up on a rack here, and we'll give you guys a follow-up video to wrap this all up and kind of give you all our thoughts on everything. So we at least made the whole trip.
Yeah, we did.
Both exhausted.
Sure did.
I think all 4 of us are beat still.
Yeah, it's hard to get off that mountain time, man. That was comfortable for a while.
Yeah, between coming across two more time zones and a 1,000-mile drive the last night.
I mean, I think we drove like 20 hours straight the last day.
That was a little rough.
And then I didn't get home. You got home at like 4. I got home at like 4:30.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to work the next day.
So maybe next time we add an extra day.
Yeah, that would be all right.
Yeah, maybe.
But just one more day to go all the way to Wyoming and back from Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah. Maybe
The U-Haul people wouldn't think we could do it, but
yeah, U-Haul gave us a 5-day rental. They didn't think we could do this in a day and a half. Huh.
well, here we are.
Show them. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this journey with us. It's definitely been a memorable journey for us. Nothing I'll ever forget, that's for damn sure. Make sure you drop us a comment. Click on that subscribe button. There will be more shenanigans in the future, I'm sure. And we will see you in the next video. This is a very unnerving situation driving this truck. When you don't trust any gauge other than the speedometer, it's a very odd feeling. I'm off the throttle completely, and engine seems to think it's 4,400 RPMs. The trans temp seems to think that it's hot as the sun at 300 plus degrees. Oil pressure, technically speaking, it looks like we have oil pressure right now. Battery looks like it's charged. Coolant temperature looks like it's possibly where it's supposed to be. And the fuel tank is minus 100%. Yeah, no problem. Final step of the process of the 2500 road trip is complete. We're at U-Haul in Dublin, dropping off the trailer that hauled the Merc. A little bittersweet that it's over, but it was a great time and I can't wait to do it again. All of you who are interested in possibly getting in the next 2500 road trip, there's absolutely going to be one. Now, whether or not it's in the winter and we go somewhere snowy, or it's somewhere in the spring and we go to a place that's a little bit more hot and sweaty, we'll see. But stay tuned on this page. We'll let you know.